Well, hey, honey, and welcome to Light Body Technology. I try really hard to convey to you what actually goes on within these courses. And for the first time, they're actually allowing me to show you what goes on within the courses. And I will say they're not giving you too much of the actual initiation, they're giving you a taste of it. So there's one Egyptian tool that will be shared, one hekau, one sacred mantra that you can begin to work with that will be shared with you. And you'll find that inside, but I want you to feel the power of what's coming through, and I don't know a better way to do that. So take a listen. And if you want to join us, we will be able to receive you to come in through July 25th. What happens in these courses, in these initiations, is really clearly specific for this soul group. We channel in what is ready for you right now based upon what is going on cosmically, based upon what is going on the planet, and based upon what you're ready for. So we're very specific with our opening and closing of these initiations. And this one, my love, Light Body Tech, will be going through July 25th, and that will be your last opportunity to sign up. I really hope you can feel it. This experience, sharing it, bringing it in, and teaching it with you has brought me radiant joy in such a way that I haven't experienced for several months since quarantine hit. So receive this as your message of hope. Good morning, and welcome to Light Body Technology. You are embarking on a 1-month initiatory process. This has come in so ridiculously clear as I have sat in this container getting everything ready for you. This initiatory process, I think we've tried to stress it as well as we can, but it's not just initiation. This is magical. Everything in your fucking life could change in the next month. No joke. So we will make sure that you are well prepared within this physical vessel to go through the initiations so that the things that are changing in your reality won't be as startling or damaging. But I want you to give permission for the miracles. I want you to come to count on them and expect them. I can tell you yesterday as I was getting this ready for you, 9 or 10 miracles came in that day. And by miracles, I can mean synchronicities. I don't need them to be big on that level of things. The synchronicities are the ways that your higher self, your God self, your divine self is speaking to you. This is how it shows up. We're going to teach you through these 3 weeks how to live in a more enlightened way. I've never gotten to say these things before, so it's very cool. I really, truly couldn't sleep much last night. I went to bed around 1:30. I was up around 5, took a shower, was back in bed around 7, and then slept. I'm so on fire with what this is for you. So I convey that, not because I'm here to pump you up. If you have felt this transmission, you're fucking ready for it, and that's cool. I say this because I'm ready to let this come through me. And as it comes through me, I want you to be able to feel it in the same way. So full body chills. Oh yeah, expect it. If you get super sweaty, that's what I was laughing about at one point in time. I'm like, oh yeah, this human body sweats a lot. So yeah, okay, take off layers as needed. Turn off a camera if you're going to do that. Just a good idea. I've never been more excited to teach something because really the prayer in this heart has been, I want to teach and lead through Ascension. And I had to do some really big healing work last year to be able to do this. And through this time of pandemic, whatever the fuck you want to call it, I've continued to do a lot of work to really be able to show up here for you. So I finally get to do it. And the shifts that we've been watching in July, it finally feels good for a minute. Have y'all noticed? Oh my goodness, something palpably has changed in here. So the vibrations are a little bit higher. So we are absorbing more light. Light Body Technology is going to support us in this process. The timing of this is very divinely aligned. This is bigger than you, bigger than me. And one other bonus that we have is the support right now of Sirius. Hey. And I will try not to get way too geeky, or I might. This is what we're here for, right? This is going to be full-blown starseed ascension shit in a way that it hasn't come through me before. So this alignment with Sirius, Sirius is going to be on a south axis, Vega, Lyra, north axis. So the Earth actually moves up and down toward these planets. So during the times of Egypt that we are going to be working with, we are working with a pre-dynastic Egyptian lineage. So this means it's going to be the time before Akhenaten, the time before everything got hijacked and might be what we now call the Illuminati. They took this shit over. So I can watch certain Egyptian documentaries and I can tell where there's disinformation in there that is not the true stuff. The mystery school teaching that we are working with, this is its time of year. This is its birth. As Sirius is in the sky, this is when we come to life. So if you're feeling it, it means that you were part of this old mystery tradition way long time ago. 5,000 to 10,000 years ago, you were doing this same work. The work that we were doing then wasn't necessary for then. There wasn't ascension going on 5,000 to 10,000 years ago. These are the keys that they left for us. So as you feel the chills in your body, as you feel the physical pain and discomfort in your body, I want you to know that's the keys that are unlocking inside of you. So the more gracious and patient and loving that you can be during that process, please do. We will need that. So this is coming forward now. I know. Thank you. Disclosure. Can we talk about disclosure for a second? Because fuck y'all, what? Catherine Gear, who is an apprentice and I think is somewhere on this call with us today. She and I were talking the other day. And really, I love you guys. I do treat you as community. So if I'm ever saying your name and you're like, bitch, please don't, would you just let me know? I don't ever mean to embarrass you in that way. Amy, I did it to you a little bit earlier. I really don't mean to single you out. I just, this is the way that I do community, is by loving you and knowing you, right? I know you. I know what's going on. I fucking know what Laura was doing last night. Like, I'm trying. This is how I love you. Thanks. I want to apologize for that again. This is how I love you. Disclosure. Woo, y'all. Okay. Things have been happening quite rapidly. It feels like with this latest revelation and arrest, things could be happening more frequently. Wayfair, what the what? So if disclosure is something that you want to be a part of, that is not my teaching. It is just the ways that I am supported in moving forward. So the things that I watch and the things that I pay attention to, that is just kind of like the permission slip to keep going with this, because I can tell that things are changing. So yeah, Edge of Wonder is, thank you if you can write that down, Ashley. If you need a good resource, Edge of Wonder, those sweet little boys, they do a live viewing once a week. You can watch them. She Sahat is who created the Akashic Records. She Sahat is who teaches us the tradition of the Akashic Records through this Egyptian lineage. She came through on the 1111 portal last year saying that this is a war on our evolution. Kid you not, this is what's going on. There is an evolutionary process called Ascension, called the awakening, that we as human beings are going through. For us to evolve and become divine beings, this is the entire point of humanity. And this war on your evolution is the ways that you have been hijacked, that you have been programmed, that you have been lied to. So this opening part for us today is going to be a little bit of deprogramming. We need you clean enough to be able to move forward in the initiations. Yes, thank you. And I want you to know everything's going according to plan. Nothing is off track. We have made it further in this ascension than we ever have before. What we are experiencing at a mass level as human beings is more success than we have ever had before. Atlantis was our failed attempt at what we're doing now. We have already won. So if you are seeing those things of the light versus the dark, I'm not a versus girl. I think it's all the same. We're getting back to unity consciousness. We have won. And no matter what you see going on in the mainstream media, you have nothing to worry about. And if you're here and feeling these transmissions, you have nothing to worry about. But your work is different. Your work is no longer about making money and paying bills. Your work is no longer about acquiring shit. Your work is what we're doing today, which is going into these bodies and clearing it out so that we can be more light. And as you do this for yourself, you become a living prayer and a living blessing for others. Others will activate off of your life. This is the point. It's not about you telling, teaching, helping, healing, none of that. Your only work is you. So let's get into these tools. So to know the light body is going to be the 101 of Ascension. It is the basic. It is the of Ascension. If you don't know how to activate MerKaBa, be in light body, and then know how to get to rainbow body, Ascension doesn't happen. William Henry has been talking about this and teaching about this. He is, and thank you. The people who I mention here are people that I trust and that vibrate as true for me. You'll find your own resources. You'll find your own people. Do what you will, but I want you to know that the resources that I share with you, I wouldn't share with you anything that didn't resonate at a high vibration for me. William Henry has been talking about this light body, the activation of everything. And it becomes not only a blessing of your awakening, the chariot of your initiations moving forward, but it's also going to be a protection. And I want you to think of in that way. Protection, we will get into it even more next week, is because you are clearing your energetic body in the ways that we do. That's also protection. Nothing will get stuck. So you have to pay attention to what is stuck, love it, heal it, bring it back into divinity. That's going to be another act of protection. So don't think that in your healing, don't think that in any of this you will attract anything bad or scary. Anything that is attracted to you is here to enlighten you. We will be working with that quite a bit as well. So the basic tenets of Ascension that we're going to be working with is the gift of the physical is what we're working through today. Next week, in week 2, we will be working on light body, understanding the Aka through the Egyptian teachings, activating that MerKaBa because it feels so good. And then week 3, for the first time, we will be teaching rainbow body. I haven't gotten to do that yet. Oh my gosh. And let me be realistic too. If you achieve rainbow body, it means you leave this planet. I don't know that I'm ready for you to leave this planet. So check in for yourself on that. I say, I'm here for my kid. I'm not ready to ascend yet. Parts of me are preparing for this, but really I love my kid. I'm not leaving her. So to achieve rainbow body would be another quantum leap. Some of you may be ready for that and some of you may not. So I don't want to say that we're going to teach the success of rainbow body. We will teach the tenets of so you can begin to practice and assimilate those things on your own. Great. And hopefully you heard the recording that I sent out, but if you didn't, I'm going to share it again now. And I'm going to share just the English version right now, because as I discovered this, it's insane. The Egyptian is sent to you in email. The Egyptian will not be shared on this transmission right now. It's too potent, as you will learn as we go through this. The Egyptian language is a seed language, much like Sanskrit. Each of these sounds is the thing. It will activate within you. So all of the hekaus is the Egyptian word for the language, the sacred phrases and mantras. Think of it like a mantra. These are not to be shared outside. I will be asking you to practice and to activate in your own vibration with sound and breath these words today, but not to be shared outside here. Whew. And the power of the human is the power of the ancient ones. And this is the covenant, the Kambarta. For lo, the elder gods possess the sign by which the powers of the ancient ones are turned back. But the human possesses the sign and the number and the shape to summon the blood of the parents. And this is the covenant, created by the elder ones from the blood of the ancient ones. The human is the key by which the gate of Ak, the gate of Akasa might be flung wide open, by which the ancient ones seek their re-entry upon the face of the earth. And once again, the ancient ones shall sit upon the face of the earth. And this too is the covenant. This is what we are here for. We are here to remember not only our divinity, but our celestial lineage. This is where it gets so cool. There are forces outside that are supporting what's going on here on the planet. If you work with the galactics directly, you will know that without needing to be told. If this is new to you, I want you to just give permission to see how your body responds, not how your brain might try to dismiss anything, pretty please. It's your brain's job to dismiss to protect you. So don't be mad at your brain. Don't think that you're limited or not open or evolved enough. Don't go into any level of judgment. We'll work with that later too. And so last night, around midnight, I decided I should probably have my ice cream before I was finished. The ice cream that I was eating, you want to guess the name of it? Mint Chip Galactica. Who the fuck calls an ice cream Galactica? It's coconut ice cream, FYI, because I don't do dairy that much. So even in that, like I could see that sign and I was like, Galactica, look at you go. So I want you to pay attention to the ways that these energies are really helping us. But there's a promise from these beings to return. The return is not going to be, yes it is, thank you. They will be coming down from the sky, but they won't necessarily be coming down from the sky in spaceships. They will be coming down from the sky and becoming you. These are the keys that we are turning on. You will become the Ancient One. You are the Ancient One. So this return to your galactic lineage, this is what we're going to be working on in this iteration. You are the key. The mystery schools left the instructions to do this. The knowledge has been very suppressed. Have you noticed? They don't want you to succeed at this task. Because if you knew that you were divine, if you knew that you were galactic, wow, you might not be shopping on fucking Amazon, huh? I have bought stuff on Wayfair, I will say that. And now I'm like, need to clean up whatever that karma might be. What are we complicit in? So the distractions, the level of distractions, the ways that they have made you feel crazy. Oh yeah, baby. But this evolution is inevitable and it cannot be stopped. The evolution is happening. And we are most certainly winning. Today is so much more experiential. We're really just getting into the juice of things. So thank you for bearing with me, but I want you to know today is not just me talking. Today is us doing, because that's more fun. And one of the things that Nadia talks about, Nadia K. Eagles, is who this lineage came through in the modern era. Margie Mulligan is who taught me. And as we open in sacred space, we will honor even more of this lineage. So when I say Nadia, I just want you to know she's the transmission. 1988 is when this iteration came through. Thank you. And she talks about psychosis. Psychosis occurs when you have been lied to. Right now, we are all feeling fucking crazy, huh? Right now, if we choose to follow truth, we are called crazy. I want you to pay attention to the programming of this level of psychosis that's going on, that we have been the ones who are persecuted. Thank you. You may have past lives of persecution. I talked in a recent podcast about clearing some of that. And reality is literally collapsing. Literally collapsing. So timelines are shifting. You've probably felt that. What you thought was true is no longer true. And these are very challenging times. Knowing how to be in your light body, knowing how to find your truth within your physical body, these will be things that help you. The lies are being exposed. This is the process of disclosure. And it's really fucking uncomfortable. Oh my God, I didn't think it would be this scary. I thought it would be like, hey, here's all the bad guys and we're taking them down and yay, the light is won. Fuck, that's not how it's been. So know that there are challenges of faith. The challenge of faith versus the lies and programs are going to be different. So we have to keep finding the faith within. Because the truth is you are galactic. Laura Brown and I did a podcast on that. You're an alien, honey. Okay, fine. Let's not be too freaked out by that word. I don't choose the word alien because I feel like that's even programmed to be scary or other, right? So galactic allies, celestial loves, cosmic family is what I will call them in a language that feels safe for this body. So truth is coming in. And the truth is you create reality. Every piece of it. The truth is you live in a universe that loves you. The truth is nothing this exciting has happened in thousands of years. 20,000 years. Nothing this exciting has happened. I was talking with a girlfriend, and she works within very ancient lineages and traditions. And she was asked to channel through, all of the elements were being asked to channel through in this one ceremony, and she was asked to channel through Earth. It wasn't what she wanted to channel through. She's much more starry. But as she channeled through Earth, she said she started cackling. This laughter erupted from her of like, oh, it's finally happening. Things are finally moving. So I need you to know that the earth is really celebrating like this. This is the big fucking show. This is what you incarnated for. This is what every galaxy and cosmic being is watching right now. This is just getting fun. And it's really uncomfortable because we have to keep shifting with this. So I want you to be really gentle on yourself. We'll have some chance to do that. Know that the work that we embark upon in this 3 weeks, this 1 month, this is only the first step. The Ascension temples are coming back. Yes, I know. Thanks. Yes, I heard. There are several of us who are getting the transmissions of the Ascension schools, Laura Brown being one, Amy Solara being another, and I'm sure that there's many, many more, but these are the ones within our community who are also getting the same code. So we all match up and we're like, oh my God, you're hearing that too? The temples are rebirthing. The etheric temples are rebirthing. But this is only the first step. We've got other steps. We haven't even remembered yet. By the way, we don't even have the keys yet. So as they're coming through us, we're like, oh God, am I fucking crazy? Am I making shit up? Am I doing it right? And the beauty of your being here. I'm not alone anymore, and you're not alone anymore. Because we've all felt this for a long time. And we thought we were crazy, and we thought that we were kooky little star seeds, and we felt very alone. So as we all start coming back together, it feels real good. Let it feel good. In our study group, we will form an even stronger community. So we're going to create safety. We're going to create connections. Oh God, we have all been alone in this. You're not alone anymore. So thanks for finding us. Thanks for feeling it, because as you feel it, it gives me permission to feel more, and vice versa, right? As I'm in this place of like, fuck, I guess, yeah, 60 is, you have permission to do it as well. This is the point, my love. Thanks for being here. To become divine is your destiny. That's it. Which is why this is the work. And in that destiny, you will have something so fucking cool to do. We all have exactly the right role that will fill you with so much joy and ease and delight. So as this little goofy fucking Cancer mama over here feels like she's not doing enough, you may have that at times as well. And it's okay. Because we're here together now to try to make it a little bit safer and a little bit easier. And in this place that we create, we stabilize it for each other. Jason Louv recently did a video. Jason Louv, who does magic.me. He's a ceremonial high magician. And as I continue in my own path, I feel like the magic is what almost a little bit more of where I'm vibing at now than shaman. And that's new and interesting. The tools of the shaman are still really important to me, but this magic thing is kind of where we're heading. So Jason Louv did a video recently, and he said, chaos. This is where the magician thrives. And I was like, oh God, what does that mean? But I get it now. And as I've sat in this container, getting this ready for you, I get it now. The programs are being exposed, right? Discharge. As that discharge is occurring, there's a lot of fucking energy that's out there. And that energy is not good or bad. Energy is not polarized in that way. Energy is energy. And if you, the magical ones of us, the magically minded, those who have gone through the initiations, those who are actively remembering, because I'm not teaching you anything. FYI, I'm not fucking teaching you a thing here. I'm helping you remember. That is my job. I need you to remember what you do, because it's different than what I do. And so when you surpass me, I cheer you on. And you can certainly talk to people and students like, yeah. I won't always be your guide. That's cool. I'm good. You'll outgrow me, I hope. So the magical will know how to use this energy that's being discharged. We will learn how to navigate within this because it gets really kind of sexy, right? Look at all of this energy that's everywhere. And if you play it like fear, ooh, that'll be pretty toxic to your system. But I want you to play in this idea of chaos magic. I'm not a magician. I don't have that language. If you want the language of the right people, Ashley Stebner, Damian Eccles, my number one of who to listen to. He's got a Patreon that is insanely good. Jason Lube, my other ceremonial high magician. Jeremy Renata, who is part of the Magic and Mantra podcast. Those are my people right now. And you may have others. Those are who I trust. What's going on in all of this chaos is what you thought is dying. And death, my love, is uncomfortable. I don't care how you look at it. Death is uncomfortable. Except maybe if you're Ram Dass. Okay, fine. He seemed to do it pretty fucking good. So I've been listening to a lot of Ram Dass during this when my ego is really challenged. What you thought is dying. And in that death, the opportunity arises. This is the teaching of the mystery school. How to do death really well. How to be awake through death. We'll be working with a couple of specific languaging later today around how to navigate through this. But what this chaos does is, as you can learn how to work with the chaos, is you can let something go and transmute it into something of more light and more power. You'll gain freedom. And you want to know what the English translation of power in Egyptian is? It's joy. It's pleasure. It's that place of just being awake, ignited, alive, enlightened, illuminated, however you want to call it. It's joy. And I need more fucking joy. I can certainly say that. I've had lots dying. I'm sure you have too. Whew. But the fear is what's being sold to you, because if you're scared, you're easy to control. So your first homework assignment in this next week is just going to become aware of it. Become aware of where a program that is not you has come in. Through this time together, you will learn how to recognize what is you. And you will learn when something is coming in from the outside where you can just be like, nope, thanks. Volley it right the fuck back. The fear's a pretty good program right now. Bill Hicks. Oh, God bless that angry little pale man. Bill Hicks. He died in 94, and he was a comedian. He said that his job was to wake people up. And he's like, why aren't you guys fucking hearing me? So if you go back and listen to Bill Hicks now, it's rather prophetic what he was coming through with. But at that point in time, as CNN was just getting started, and he's like, if you need to have news 24 hours a day, you're going to start making shit up eventually. Yep, they did. Yep, they did. So first job this week, as we are working through this place of greater awareness, pay attention to whenever there's a fear outside. You might choose not to watch the news. You might choose not to talk to certain people in your reality. The boundaries that you put up are ways of loving yourself more. So this mystery school that we're working through, the mystery schools were here to give you the keys and to pass on the knowledge. The knowledge is not passed on through written form, which is why I don't want you taking notes today. This is vibration. As I feel it, you feel it. As you feel it, other people will feel it through you. This is part of the ignition process. So when we say mystery, it means that it was protected. It means that not everybody was ready for that level of knowledge. It didn't mean that it was secret or that it was elite, because sometimes you'll hear the term mystery school and you're like, ooh. It just means that not everybody was ready to know truth. And as you watch people that you love who are in great fear, thank them for being in fear. We need enough people to be in fear. Cool, that's part of the game too. Don't judge them. Don't try to save them. Don't try to pull them out of it. But the mystery tradition that we're working in is oral tradition. That means it's a transference of knowledge. It's the waking up of the keys. This is a vibratory initiation process. We are going to learn through this process and deeper even over at the Patreon online mystery school, but this is the 101 of it, right? How to become a star being. I get to say that and mean it now. We get to remember how to be star beings. How to be the divine in form. This has been passed down for us pre-dynastic. So we're going to honor the lineage right now. Margie M. Mulligan, that's funny. Nadia is a middle, I know. M3 is what Margie goes by. Margie is still on this planet. Margie is a lineage holder of this tradition in Loveland, Colorado. Nadia K. Eagles gave it to Margie and about 30 others in 1988. In my research, nobody of that 30 is still working with the lineage. Margie passed it on. Of those who worked with Margie, I'm the only one who's doing it. So I don't mean to make that sound exclusive. I mean to say that like what comes through in this, boy, I feel awfully lucky. Maybe you call that destiny, I don't know. Countess Olga gave it to Nadia. And Taranagansa gave it to Olga. The rest of the lineage is kept with Nadia. Nadia passed away in 99. So that lineage, to my knowledge, has left with her. So I can go back 4 generations, 5 generations, 6 goes to you. Let's see if we can get it to 7. 7 generations is our magic, isn't it? I want your kids to be a part of this. I want your students to be a part of this. I want those who you heal and work with. Let that be our 7, and then we can honor all 7. Holy shit, yes. Let's do that. Let's honor all 7. So the other generations were just practicing this. We will be doing this. Pretty exciting. The language, as I've said, that we are using, the language is very specific Egyptian. This is a big part of the work that we're doing today. I will ask you to continue doing the chants. The language are commands. They are divine commands that are telling the energies and the gods within the energies how to structure and form themselves, how to move back into the sacred. And these are not going to be things that you read. These are things that you speak. Breath and vibration, my love, is how we change reality. This is a process that we are embarking on of remembering. I always write remember with a hyphen. We are putting the pieces back together. And as you work with one of our guides today, we've got 3 guides who have stepped forward. That's crazy insane. You're putting the pieces back together. You're restoring from the ancient. And the vibration that you feel, the chills within your body, the pains within your body are your keys coming back online. And then you get the job of, healing through whatever the pain is. You also get the job of like connecting the dots. That's where I geek the heck out. I love connecting the dots. That for me is really fun. You'll connect your own dots. So you ready for our first hekau is the Egyptian word for the mantra. Our first hekau. I will do it for you and then I will teach you how to do it properly. Om. 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 Hail the rising of my divine soul. When we say Ong Sa, it's everlasting glory and power. So the Ong is going to get the cranium vibrating. It'll be much like the Om, but this is Ong, O-N-G. Ong translates as the great throne at the base of my spine. The Ong vibrates the cranium so that everything through this cellular tube of the cecum is moving. Sa, Sa. I really could teach an entire class on Sa. We might over at the mystery school. Sa, Sa. And Sa, as you continue to say it, it will sound a little bit like a TZ. Sa. The more you can sound like a snake. Sa, 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 Sa unlocks all past life wisdom inside of you. Sa. So even if you just chanted Sa, pretty good stuff. Sa, if you think of the Akasa, the Akashic, Sa is one of the aspects of soul. Egyptians will work with a 10-body system. Sa is the divine self, the God self, the star self. Sa. And Sa is a rising energy. So the Om cranium, Sa is going to be down here at root, rising up. Om Sa. Om Sa. Yeah. And the way to do this properly, we're going to do the full initiation of this now. This is what's known as the Sothic breath. Oh, I didn't think we were doing the whole thing. I guess we're doing the whole thing. Great. Sothic breath. Make your tongue do this. If you can, genetically some can, some can't. It's fine. Do your best. This breath, this tongue is what we do for the Ong Sa. Ong on the inhale, Sa on the exhale. And you will find that you cannot do it, so it will have to vibrate within. So you might choose to do Ong Sa for a while on the outside vibration, and then we transfer it inside. And the tongue curled this way activates a little secret space within the pineal gland. This turns on the stargates. If I were you, I would do this for homework. If I were you, I would do this every day. The stargates are the Syrian stargates, letting us remember our galactic roots. The Egyptians were Syrians. Every race on our planet, usually a different star race, and that's why they will all look a little bit different too. So the Indian system, great. You might really resonate with that clan. Chinese system, oh goodness gracious, yeah, they're working some dragon energies, aren't they? So everybody is going to be a different star race. I just kind of want you to maybe play with that idea. Fair? The Egyptians, what we are teaching, Syrian, which is why Sirius is going to be so important for us. Om Sa. Om Sa. Om